Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of The Last Kingdom in our Forex. And in previous episode we did start surveying a lot of the asteroid belt. Now the asteroid belt is partially so far away that the ships at our capital are not close enough to actually reach there, or the automatic survey is not reaching there. So I had to put down some waypoints where I can send the ships and then they'll pick up new targets there. We've almost surveyed most of the asteroid belt now. Now I did do some designing stuff here in between the episodes. I designed the new engine types, and I've already designed some upgrades over here. I think at least the Corvette upgrade is gonna require also the armor upgrade, so we can actually fit in at least an extra layer of armor perhaps, or something like that to, you know, make it a little bit more usable. And then of course we upgraded the engines. The main difference for the engines is that we increased the surveycraft engine power to 80%, so it's a little bit faster. It's going to have 2048 kilometers per second, which is a fairly small improvement from the previous one. I believe the range also dropped quite a bit because we had to fit in the jump drive, which of course we don't have yet. But we will get to that eventually. And then crew members, of course, increased. I mean, we did increase the size to 5 kilotons now, so that also slows it down a little bit. But all in all, it should be more or less alright. If we could get the armor upgrade, on the other hand, we are not currently researching that, which means that we probably won't be getting it. Not right now. I mean, maybe after the... Do we even... No, we don't have a defensive systems researcher right now. We could potentially transfer one of these to become one, but I don't know. Also, something that I haven't mentioned before is that we won't be using missiles, at least for combat purposes, in this run. Potentially for survey purposes and stuff like that, but not for combat. The reason for that is in the lore. There was a bit of a nuclear disaster, or nuclear war, which almost wiped out the humanity, so therefore they kind of have a tendency to not use missiles. Right, so the overhauls, I did combine all of the ships here into just one fleet, and now you probably need to refuel and resupply before you do anything else. There we go, and now I will just assign you to the training fleet again. The training levels are getting pretty high, 77-76% right now, so that's alright. I think once we reach 100% we don't need to train these anymore. Well, until we make them into the second or Mark IIs eventually. Right, but let's keep on surveying here. There's not a massive amount of things that we need to worry about right now. We did actually find some minerals, some Vendra on one of the asteroids, but that's about it. Commander experiences. Right, so now the fleet over here is once again doing overhaul. I'm transferring them over there so they can actually do their overhaul the way they should. And one of the... Oh, it's the Royal Survey vessel that is heading back now. Okay, and surveys have been completed, so we can now move you back. So you got 84% training now, so that is actually going with pretty good speed. How much does the... Oh! Okay, so the Crown Master's training bonus over there has increased. And over here, the leader of the fleet currently has 50 crew training. Of course, we don't have a fleet commander. Actually, I don't remember what is the name of the module. Flag Bridge, that's the one. We don't have that in the fleet, so it doesn't give a lot of bonuses to the rest of the ships. Oh, and D1, where are you? You've been on... Here, okay, yeah, most of these are already served by the others by the looks of it. So I think now we are actually running out of places to survey. So I'm just gonna take away your order there, move you back to Veralis, resupply and refuel, and begin overhaul, and then you'll just sit there for the time being until we can refit you into the better one. And then we'll start exploring the actual systems. Now we do have quite a bit of research queued up for the researcher here. We'll do jump radius first, then we'll do 2 of the main engines that we are currently using, then the jump drive efficiency, then the engine for the Hornets, Was it I believe it's the Hornets. Anyway, then we'll get the squadron size, and then we can do the few other things, and then we'll also, probably while we're doing that, we'll put in the, at least the military jump driver on top of the queue there, so that we can get it quickly, and then we'll get the rest of these and the commercial jump driver. Now, we haven't actually designed any ships yet with that commercial jump drive, but we'll probably just make a station. Speaking of stations, commercial shipyard is not that far away. Of course, we do not have the tractor beam reachers quite yet. Problem is that we don't have enough production. Quite frankly, once we get this, I'll probably focus the 20% from here to produce more research facilities, just so that we can speed up the research. And I might actually increase that to be producing another 5 research facilities, just so that we can keep that up. The fuel reserves are going down a little bit. How much do we have thorium now? We got 1800, so we can certainly restart the fuel production. Let that go forward. Shipyard modified. Okay, slipway added to the corvette shipyards. So that means that we might actually start getting some money now. We're not really getting much yet, but I'm sure that that will change. Most of these have now... Oh, and we built another mule. Okay, so that was going to go to the cargo group once again. So we've got 4 cargo ships there. It's enough to bring in 40 infrastructure at once, or 4 installations. It's not too bad. Right, so that means that... yeah, most of the surveys have been completed. There's one more asteroid over there. A few more asteroids over here, but that's about it. Let's keep on going. Okay, so Alexandrus' survey vessel can now return home. I'm just going to take away your standard order right now. And then you're going to go to refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. Actually, I'm pretty sure that there's others over here that need to be given the same orders. You are going to refuel already. You're going to have to probably resupply just in case, and then do your overhaul. And what about, I believe you are also heading back just to refuel right now. But you no doubt can do that. I believe that is... did I give you orders yet? Yeah, I gave the order already, beforehand. The Hand of the King is going to be having the honor of surveying the last body in this system that needs to be surveyed. Okay, and the training fleet needs to go back over there, and training, around 90% now, that's not too bad. How much does the training officer have now? It's still 225 training bonus. Not great, not terrible. Well, actually, it's pretty decent, I'd say. Right, so now we can send you back home as well. Just take away your standing order so you don't complain about that. And then let's get going back home. Okay, the Hornets have been overhauled. We can move them back to training. How are we doing in terms of research? That's almost done. None of the research bonuses have grown though, that's a bit of a shame. We haven't really gotten much more new researchers either. The logistics one, on the other hand, isn't that... yeah, ship tractor beam. We do need that, but we don't have the money for it. Or not money, but the... quite frankly, the capacity to actually research it quickly. We've got one researcher who could have 6 labs, but we don't really have that to spare yet. Although, once we get the jump driver survey or research, we'll probably start focusing on getting at least a tractor beam and maybe the armor upgrades. Maybe, we'll see if we can get us defensive systems researcher, that'd be nice. Everyone should be heading back home. Actually, I'm going to pause for a quick moment there. There was some sort of... oh, just commander experience. Never mind then. We can stop looking at the surveyed bodies. And we could actually... Now I'll leave the asteroids on for the time being. Right, how much... Everyone else seems to be doing okay, so you are racking up the deployment time rather quickly again. Almost at 100% training though, that's good. That's going to be very useful. Ah, research completed. We got the max squadron jump radius. Started on the engine. So that's good. Of course, we still need a lot of research to be done, but how quickly is that going to be? It's going to be done in April, so about 2 months. So that's not too bad. What about the industry over here? So we're about to get the commercial shipyard complex, and we are now making money. Not massively, but we're making money nonetheless. And what I might do is build one more mule. Not that we really need much of them right now, and these actually... No, I'm not going to build another mule. I'll wait until we have the research required to upgrade the ships. We'll do that real quick. So to save the cash for the time being, and the resources. Okay. Deployment times have been exceeded, and the secret for the House of Romanov has now completed overhaul. They should be staying there, so now that we do that, the fleet is starting their overhaul. Just making sure... Oh yeah, 98% training are the highest one there. But pretty much everyone is now doing their overhaul. That's good. I can probably get rid of the waypoints actually. I don't think I need them anymore. So, delete waypoint. And delete the waypoint over there as well. There we go. And now we can keep on going. So, all in all, the resources in the system, let's actually refresh that. So there's only 3 asteroids with minerals. We already went through the planets more or less, but the asteroids, so there's one with neutronium and galicite, one with corundum, one with vanderite. So we have very poor resources over here. Hopefully we can find something else soon. Also, how's the supply levels? Are okay. I can assign you under the training fleet for a little bit more. Some promotions by the looks of it going on, and fleet trainings are now max. So yeah, we don't need to have you under the training fleet anymore, and I'll probably divide these back to their original fleets between the episodes. I'm not going to bother that or with that right now. I will though refuel, give them resupply, not that they need, but then the overhaul. You completed your orders. Orders are possible. Oh, right. We didn't give the survey A1. We didn't take away your standing orders. Okay, well, actually, now that we're no longer surveying a lot. Okay, we got the shore leaves completed. We got the engine tech now. So if we have a look at the craft here, there's still the jump drive that we don't have. Because we can't research that yet. But hey, we got most of it already done. Just needs a little bit. Of course, if we could get the better armor, that would give us a bit more room. We might make a future variant of this, like with everything else the same more or less, but with the better armor, so that gives us a bit extra room. It should give us about 100 tons or so extra space to use, which we could maybe fill in with fuel and maybe some deployment time. I did drop the deployment time quite dramatically for this one, just to make sure room for the... Okay, the overhauls have been completed. I suppose since there's not really all that much going, is there? I can probably go with the 5-day increments. Orders not possible. Oh, right, the faithful one didn't cancel there. Hold on, there you are. Standing orders. Just get rid of that one for the time being. Oh, we produced one of the labs. Okay, do we have... No. I will start getting the ship tissue tractor beam, because I know that that is going to be very useful and very much required. So we'll probably assign another... Oh, wait a minute, when did we get the... Oh, damn it. I missed that notification at some point. That may have happened some time ago, actually. Oh no, we just completed commercial. Okay, good. So what I'll do is I will set you to be 40% for the time being. I'll add in an extra 5 over there. So modify that. And that means that we'll get up to 15 research facilities, which at least is a bit of a better situation than what we currently have. Eventually we might transfer some research facilities into other planets so that the other faction can start doing their own researches. Regarding what they need, of course, a lot of the resources are going to be shared, and I will be coordinating a little bit so that there's not going to be people doing the same research in multiple places, something like that. Right, so just getting the overhauls done by the looks of it. Research completed, we got the commercial engine. We now started getting the jump drive efficiency. Oh, that actually means that... Oh yeah, these are now technically usable. Now, it's not a massive increase, it's just a little bit increase in fuel efficiency of the engine, because we got the 0.8 fuel per hour, per engine power per hour, or whatever it's called. Anyway, we got that tech. So the speed increases a little bit. Again, it's not a great increase there, but it does improve it a little bit, so we can certainly get some of these. I suppose if we were to retool the shipyard in here, also this shipyard needs to be at continual capacity. I'm gonna go for 50,000 probably. It's gonna be producing tugs eventually, but this one we can start retooling for the Llama Mark II. That's gonna take until October. They're actually not all that long. Of course, most of the parts are still the same, other than the engines. So we'll set up that as an activity, and we should be able to then upgrade all of the freighters and the colony ships that we have right now without too much hassle. Of course, it's going to cost a little bit replacing the engines, but other than that, we should be alright. So yeah, we'll assign that as a task. And it is going to cost us a little bit. We do have some income now. Or rather, we've lowered our expenditure a little bit. Also, we've still got plenty of thorium. We have increased our mining a little bit, so the speed that we are losing the thorium isn't quite as bad. We got fuel reserves of about 19 million, so that did go down a little bit, especially between the... or in the time skip. But most of the things are doing alright. A lot of commander experience, shipyard modified. Okay. So we can now start retooling the ships. Actually, let me just quickly put something on the event screen there. Currently on the 60 days capacity, and I think we need a bit more there. Anyway, so if we go for the shipyards, over here we can start doing refitting. You know what, we'll start with refitting the llamas, because we only got 2 of them. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. So those are going to be done in February. We'll get going with that, I suppose. Get some new officers. Experiences are going up. I actually wonder if the... Oh, ship refits have been completed. We just completed the construction rate. Have we gotten a defensive systems researcher? No. I think what I'm going to do... Hold on, how much does it cost to get the... high density uranium armor? 2,500. If I was to switch to the biology researcher right now, because there's not going to be a massive use for biology researcher right now, other than terraforming module would be handy, but I'd say that that is not quite yet a priority. I think a high priority is to get the better armor, so I think I'm going to switch the biology scientist into defensive systems. So you change field. And defensive systems now still going to have a 5% research bonus, so it's not all bad. Of course, it's not the best either, but we'll have to take what we can. Right, so that's going to be done with current speed in, okay, May 59. That's pretty far away. Now we will get the jump drive efficiency soon, in a few months. And after that, it's going to be mostly next year with the researchers, unless we get some of the engine techs. Actually, yeah, we're going to get the Hornets engine by the end of the year still. Alright then, how's the industry doing? So the research facility, we're going to get another one in due time. Hold on, so we are making 1,800, so 75% of a facility per year with that current speed. It's not too bad. Also, have we increased the production bonus? Nope. No, we haven't. We have built a few more construction factories, that's for sure. So the bonus, or the production that we have, has gone up a little bit. Oh well, let's keep on going though. Oh, actually, before we do, let's set up more refits going. Because that is something that we do need to worry about. Right, so, hold on, can we actually... Okay, if we go for construction, can we... Oh, we could build any of them. Okay, so we probably... Well, no, actually, I think the other way around, it's cheaper. So yeah, we might not be able to do it without refitting. Or might not have been able to do this without refitting. Anyway, so from Mule to Mule 2. And start with those two. It's going to be done in July, so not too bad. It's basically the same amount of time as the colony ships were. Research completed, we got the jump drive efficiency, good. So the next one is going to be done in November. That's alright, and flight control speed is actually done in July next year. That's good. That is going to allow us to redesign our flight controls actually a tiny bit, to make them slightly more compact, maybe. Although with the increase of speed in the ship itself, it does mean that it needs to be a bit bigger than what it was. Or it needs to have a bit higher tracking speed than what it had. Although I don't think it's going to be a massive difference. Right, but let's keep on refitting. Actually, I can just set these two... Let's also refit from Mule to Mule Mark II. There we go, so now it's upgrading the Commerce Guild's ships first, but that's alright. After that it will go... Hold on. New shipping line. Ooh. Freight services. That means that they'll probably start getting a freighter up and... Oh, sorium shortage. How much? Okay, we got 27 million in there. We're going to stop the fuel production for a little while. We don't necessarily need it right now. Around... Once we get the next research, I'll restart it probably. Oh, we got on a new... Okay, we get the high density armor a little bit faster. It's going to be done in November 57 now. I haven't gotten the increase in bonuses there. The logistics guy has gotten another 5% extra. That's not too bad. And yeah, we're going to get the engine tech research in a little bit. There we go. And now I will probably restart the 600 tons of thorium. I suppose I can restart that, of course. How much do we... So we need to be producing 3,400 tons of thorium to actually keep it up full speed. And that is a potential problem. Okay, ship refits have been completed. Did it auto start refitting? Oh, hold on. There's a freighter going back and forth, so now the colony ships can start working, and now there's going to be a lot more. Okay, we completed production infrastructure in here. What I think I'll do is I will build some low-gravity infrastructure at 10% once again. No, actually, no. 10% over here. And number of items... No, I'll go another 1,000. It's going to take a while to complete that, but that's alright. So we still have 900 infrastructure in here once we actually find something that is worth, you know, colonizing. Right now we haven't really found much good places. We are running a bit low on thorium already. Yeah, we got that. Not too bad though. Okay, so we got 2 freighters going back and forth, bringing in infrastructure most likely. So the population over here could be higher now, and it probably will be. Actually, let's have a look. Did we... Yeah, we are still refitting these, and they're almost completed. Okay, I'm actually gonna check at the shipyard. So is there... no activity there? And there's nothing to refit, so I believe it stopped automatically, or it might take another turn to actually realize, okay, we can't do anything in here. But that is alright, I suppose. So, ooh, the target shipyard is actually getting quite nice improvement there in size. That's alright. Eventually, actually, I will increase this by another 10,000 ton capacity, so eventually we will have 50 kiloton freighters and colony ships, but not right now, but might as well increase the size of this already for future, because it's not that busy, although we've used a fair bit of money lately. Of course, now that the civilians are now once again transporting stuff, that should improve the situation a little bit. But it would appear that we are out of time, so I will probably bring you back on the next episode once we got on the jump drives designed, and we can start refitting the survey vessels so we can actually head out to the other systems. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.